This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about working against Triple H and Stone Cold. I think a lot of fans look back at this 2001 era and think that could have been one of the great tag teams. And for whatever reason, they never had a super sustained run. Of course, they did briefly win the tag titles, and people still talk about that tag match with Benoit and Jericho. What'd you think of them as a tag team? Could that have worked?
Yeah, I think it would have. And you have to remember they're the top stars in the company.
That's right.
So they're being utilized in the main event week in and week out. And when you're being utilized as a top talent, it gets old after a while. So you have to give them a rest from the top and bring other upcoming guys to the top and maybe have them tagged with each other and do a different program. So they're not always wrestling for the world title. They're wrestling for the tag team titles or the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship. You have to change it up. Yeah, it's the only way to create new stars. And, if you have the same guy at the top all the time for 5 years in a row and they're main eventing every pay-per-view, it's going to get old, and you got to be careful with that.
In the main event on Raw, you're teaming with Benoit against The Rock and Stone Cold. You enter and do the pose and do the fireworks. Benoit winds up taking a rock bottom and a pin, but you catch a stunner that night. What's the trick to taking a Stone Cold stunner the right way?
You have to time it. It's not a hard move to take. Austin grabs your head and sits on his butt, and when you go down, you have to, hit your chin off his shoulder and jump up real fast and take a next T plunge onto the mat. It's a lot of fun to take. There are guys that do it a lot better. There are guys that do it a lot worse, but for the most part, it's a safe move and it's very effective.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.